YouTube, hope you're having a good one. In today's video, I'm just giving you some quick thoughts on the new Harbinger mission, which Bungie released into Destiny 2 earlier this week. The last thing YouTube needs is another 15 or 20 minute video on this particular mission. There are plenty of guides out there, there are plenty of solo clears out there, so these are just some high level thoughts on the mission. First off, I thought that the mission itself played pretty good. Now, it's not on the level of a Whisper or a Black Spindle or even a 0 Hour type of mission, but I thought it was pretty good. And I don't know if this is the new secret mission style that Bungie is implementing into Destiny, but it's the best we have at the moment. If you pay attention to Reddit at all, if you're in Raid Secrets, for example, you were already anticipating that something was coming down the pike before the end of the season, but if not, then this probably came at you out of the blue. Now, I'm thinking of the Harbinger mission as Whisper Light, maybe even Whisper Extra Light. And the biggest reason for this is that there is no hard and fast timer. If you remember when the Whisper mission originally dropped, first you had to get the right public event, but then also you only had, I think it was 20 minutes to actually get the mission done, start to finish. 0 Hour, same type of thing. With the Harbinger mission, yes, there is a triumph for completing it under 15 minutes, which I think might actually be bugged anyway, but you are not going to have the door shut in your face if 15 minutes comes and goes and you haven't got the clear. That gives, I think, higher level players something to shoot for. Frankly, gives all players something to shoot for, but I think it makes the mission more accessible for a broader spectrum of the player base, which I think is a good thing. All that brings me to my next point, which is that I think that the Harbinger mission is a very good starting point for players who are looking to dip their toes into soloing more difficult content. Now, as I said before, Harbinger is not Black Spindle, it's not Whisper of the Worm, it's not 0 Hour, it's certainly not a dungeon, it's certainly not a raid, but it might be a little bit more difficult than what players are typically used to doing. When I got a solo flawless clear of the Harbinger mission, my first thought was, oh man, I kind of wish that in addition to the triumph, there was some kind of cosmetic indicator. And then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, well, this isn't really super high-end PvE content that's probably worthy of that type of thing. And that got me also thinking, it's pretty accessible, like I said before, so it's probably a good place for players to start getting into soloing content. Things like thinking about the different encounters throughout the mission and what the best tools for each encounter are. Switching up weapons at certain points. Now, I know Arbalest is pretty powerful and people are kind of running that start to finish in some cases, but on higher end solo PvE content, sometimes you need to bring more than one set of tools for the job, and you have to start thinking with that mindset if you want to get that type of content done. And I think that without being over the top difficult, without having a hard stop timer in play, I think the Harbinger mission is a good way for people to dip their toes in the water, get into that sort of thing, which I encourage people to do. If you're someone who wants to solo the Prophecy Dungeon, or wants to solo Pit of Heresy, or wants to solo Shattered Throne, especially with those activities next season rewarding gear that is relevant or will be relevant. If you're interested in that type of stuff, I would say start here. If you enjoyed the video, like it, comment below, let me know what you're thinking of the new mission, what you're thinking of the Hawkmoon Catalyst, what you're thinking of your random rolls of Hawkmoon, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and I'll see you next time. I'm out.